Hey guys, I'm Coach Caitlin. I'm going to take you through a mobility routine today that's designed to help you unlock your hips, and you should be feeling great when you're done. We're going to get right into it. First thing you need to know though is you're going to need a wall and some floor space, and preferably 2 pillows or some type of cushion for your knees. The first drill today, we're going to take our right side of our body from our fingertips all the way through our hips and leg, placing it against the wall. And we're going to take both legs and pull them away from the wall a little bit. So we're leaning. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our leg in the back, or the leg that's at the wall, cross it over. This is going to create a situation where your hip on the outside is a little higher up than the hip that's at the wall. And in fact, what we want to do right now is we're going to drive up through our hip and lift it to meet our elbow in this position where we're thinking we have a serving tray and we don't want to spill it. We're going to hold this stretch for 5 seconds. Come on out of that. We're going to go into the other side. Again, lay right into the wall. And what we should be feeling during this 5 seconds is a nice winding up of the tissue here and some muscles just above your hips. 5 seconds.
Pulling him almost that way.
Release. We're going to do one more time each side. I do have my ankle folded sideways, so whatever you got going on is just fine. But indeed, push your hip up into your elbow here. Release, and one more time, other side. All right. Next, now that we've been familiar with lifting our hips up side to side, we're going to try to open them up together. You're going to want to probably have some pads under your knees for this one. And all we're going to be doing here is getting onto our forearms with our knees as wide as we can comfortably have them. And we want to do just a few things here. We want to start with a slouch and then come up with our spine through our shoulder blades. So we're basically wedged up upon our elbows. And then from there, we want to hold that tall position and we want to rock back, keeping our butt nice and high, walking our elbows back if we need to, and find a really good wedge there. We're getting a stretch in the upper groin area. Holding that for 8 seconds here.
What's this stuff? Keep going. What's this stuff?
Relax by walking forward with the elbows. You can rock to release that tension. If you can go a little wider each rep, do. Walk it back again with your elbows. Nice and tall, holding back. Lifting your butt.
You know what? You kept going.
All right, and release. We're going to do one more stretch today. You're not going to need any equipment for it. You're going to be laying down on your belly. And we're going to go ahead and have one leg open, just like the last drill. We're going to put our elbow on our hip, just like the first drill. And we're going to turn the long side of our body that was at the wall straight to the floor. Now from here, what we want to do is pretend we have that platter again. We're going to make sure it doesn't spill forward, wind it up, and then we're going to push the front of our hip down with our glutes here and create like a hammer pressing down through the whole line of our body. And we're just going to hold that. You're going to relax, switch sides, do your best to get in that same position. It's basically combining the first 2 stretches. Go ahead and wind up your elbow and your hip on the short side here. Long side, drive it into the floor. Squeezing your glute down, opening the front of the hip. Release one more time each side. Wind up. Press. If you have a wall behind you, that's awesome to push into as well. Release, and one more time, other side. All right, so at this point, you guys should be definitely feeling your hips a little bit more open than they were to start. All right, guys, now that we're feeling good from those hip stretches, we're going to go ahead and get some blood flow to those muscles around your hips. So first drill to set up, you're going to be on the ground in a 90-90 position, meaning your legs aren't going to be this close to your body. Make sure you got it at least 90 degrees there. We're going to be focusing on the back leg, and just to make this simple, I want you to put your forearm on your thigh and support yourself tall from the floor with the other hand. And then we're going to take our back glute and we're going to roll this bone forward. And the way that we can easily know that we're rolling the bone forward is just by watching our thumb actually turn here. So take your thumb up, stay really tall through your other arm, roll the bone forward, and we're going to hold with that roll as well as push down into the floor for 5 seconds here. And then we're going to release. We're going to do another set here. Roll it forward. In fact, if you actually are pushing down too, you can even lift like so just to check. Relax. One more time on this side. Roll it forward. Really tall. Pushing down. And release. If for any reason it's feeling pinchy or you're getting any kind of cramping, you have two other options here. You can go to your forearm and work on this drill, or you can start on the ground just like the first drill of the wall stretch. We're going to go ahead and do our other side now. 90-90 floor setup here. Get your one arm tall, supporting your upper body. You can take your other arm, put it along your thigh, thumbs up, roll the bone forward, squeezing down into the floor. If you're getting this really right, you should be feeling all the muscles in your glute firing up and not too much else. Release. We're going to roll it forward again. Pushing down. In fact, I'm getting a little pinching here, so I'm going to join some of you guys and go ahead to my forearm.
And then when you connect here,
release.
body back to frame.
And then I'm going to come back up. Now it feels better. Roll it forward. And release. Okay, two more at the floor here. We're going to have you laying sideways with your arm long like the floor, like the first stretch we did. Serving tray, elbow up. And what we're going to do here is imagine we have a ball that we can squeeze in our knee. And imagine that our kneecap is a flashlight. I want you to draw a circle with your flashlight. And you're going to do your best to not let the bottom half of your body move around with it. So stay put and really see what you can do in this hip joint here. We're going to do 3 times each way. So now we're going to go back around the other way. And if you're going any faster than me, you might be missing out on some good stuff. So see if you can keep the knee pit shut and draw a nice smooth circle without moving. All right, other side. All right, serving tray up, knee pit gets shut. We're going to go ahead and draw some circles here. Two. All right, other way. And you'll notice it's these back corners behind your other leg that are going to be the most challenging, and you want to get stronger and smarter in those muscles. All right, 3 of those. If you're getting your body temperature up, you're doing it right. The last one in this section, we're going to grab your pillows again. We're going to put them under your knees. And you want to have them just a little bit wider than your hips in this stance. Okay, and all we're going to do is squeeze them together until you can feel these muscles between your pelvis and your knees kind of vibrating almost, coming alive. And we're going to imagine we have a belt buckle, and we're going to be tilting it up as we continue to squeeze through our pillows. And you're just staying really tall here. It doesn't look like much, but I'm sure if you're doing it right now, you're feeling this. You're going to relax, and I'll turn sideways so you guys can see this a little better. 2 more reps of this. Get the knees just slightly wider on your pillows than your hips. Squeeze it together, and tilt that belt buckle up, holding position and breathing. Relax. 1 more time. Get them a little wider than the hips. Squeeze them together, bringing your hips open, and tilt your hips up slightly, holding position. Whew. All right, so that's it for our moving section of the hip mobility today. All right, guys, now that we got some blood flowing around those hips, we're going to do a really important thing, link it up to our upper body so that we can hopefully take it with us to the stuff that we enjoy doing. So for these next 3 drills, I'm going to ask you to make a diamond with your hand and just keep it put with the 2 contact points along the center line of your sternum. Okay, just do your best to maintain that. It'll just make this a little easier. You're just going to get on the floor with your legs out, and what we're going to work on here is picking up a hip, reaching forward with our heel, and pulling ourselves. And if you're getting a little rotation through your upper body, that's a really good thing. I want you guys to work with me doing about 5-6 steps back, and then about 5-6 steps forward. And really try to pick those hip bones and the leg bones up off the ground. Let's get one more set of those. Keep your diamond tight and rotating the upper body to reach your heels. All right, next we're going to go ahead and get standing. And all we're going to do is lift our opposite sides of our body like this. You just start out about a walking pace. And then I want you to crank it up just a little bit. With your speed, you can even roll up onto the ball of your foot a little bit. And then if you're comfortable, see if you can go ahead and begin to leave the ground. And then bring it to a slow stop. All right, our last drill we're going to work on today is we're going to go back to that diamond I told you about earlier here. And we're going to actually link up one side of the body and then do the other one. So for this drill, once we got our diamond set, I'm going to ask you to steer your diamond so that one elbow is against one hip. And then from there, our leg that's not under that elbow that we just connected, we're going to step back and up with it. Step back and up with it. And then, if you're comfortable, you can go ahead and move it a little bit faster. But you want to be really light on your feet like you're hopping. Get about 8 reps of that. And then head over to the other side. Got your diamond on. Steer it to a hip. That leg stays put. You're going to hop back, hop up. Hop back, hop up. 4 more reps here. 2. Whew. All right, so I hope that you guys felt like you got your body temperature up really good. You're feeling really aware of where you are in space, and hopefully your hips are feeling looser than when we started. Check out some more of my videos and comment if you guys found some relief from these or if you have any questions. Looking forward to making the next one for you. Thank you.